everyone, it's Esa. Welcome back to Esa TV and welcome if it's your first time here. I love you all so much. Let's get started onto the video. So for today's video, I am finally sharing with you guys all of my secrets on how to shop on BUYEE. You guys know me, I buy photocards, I love photocards, I collect photocards, and I either get them on eBay or on BUYEE. Now BUYEE is a Japanese proxy website that allows you to buy stuff from Japan and get it shipped to your address. I've been using BUYEE for a while, I think since November 2019, so it's been a few months, and I really like it. So along the way, I've acquired a lot of tips and tricks on how to shop on BUYEE and always get the best deals, because I love a good deal. Who doesn't like a good deal? So I've got my list here and I'm gonna read it to you guys. Also, this video is in collaboration with BUYEE. Thank you so much, BUYEE. BUYEE and we decided to give you guys a little surprise. It's gonna be hidden in the description box below, and if you want to know what it is, watch the video until the end, and trust me, it's a very good surprise. And also guys, I am gonna be doing a Q&A for when I'm gonna be organizing the cards that I'm just showing you in this video. So please leave me your questions down below. Anything you want to ask me, you can leave it in the comment section. I'm also gonna open a Google Doc so you can ask them anonymously. You can also ask them to me on Instagram, which my Instagram is isa_99. You can follow me there if you want. So yeah, let's get started onto the video. Also, hair struggle of the day. Yes, my hair is still wet, and am I gonna blow dry it? No. I think that with that said, we can go on to the video. So tip number one, wait for the sales. I think BUYEE has sales once a month for like 2 weeks, and during those sales you don't pay for the BUYEE service fees, which, girl, boy, non-binary person, it's a good deal, trust me. So always to try to wait for the sales if you can. Second trick I have for you guys is to buy your items in bulk. Now, if you see a listing of a photocard you want, whether you collect a group or just a single person, you want to wait until you see a listing with 2 or more photocards in the same listing. Even if the price is higher, obviously, it does add up later on, and you get to save money because you don't pay the service fees or the shipping fees twice. You just pay them once if they're in the same package. And also, generally, I've noticed on BUYEE that it gets cheaper if you buy stuff in bulk, so try to do that. What I'm doing right now is that I've started a collection. I want to collect S-Scoops fully, yes. And I also want to collect CHUNG and Momo from Twice, and I've seen a lot of listings of single cards, which at this stage, since I'm just starting the collection, I don't really need single cards. I really want to buy them in bulk so I can, get a head start on my collection. So I always go on BUYEE and look for the cards. Even if I end up paying more, each card ends up costing less. I think you feel me. And if you want to know if what you're buying is actually a set or like in bulk, when you click on the traduction, which I use Google Chrome, it's not 100% accurate, but if I see the word set or if the sentence sounds like it's being sold as a set, I'll get it. Next trick, now we're getting into my secrets. Other word for secret, I don't have one. So I use the search tool a lot. If you go on your BUYEE page, you're gonna see 3 options: newly listed, high to low, low to high. Each individual search tool has a purpose. You want to select newly listed if the group you're looking for or the person you're looking for just had a comeback. If you are an international stan, chances are that even if you order your album online, they're gonna arrive like a few weeks to a few days later. And I've realized that in Japan, albums usually get there like within a day or two, or like people start listing things within a day or two. So you're gonna see the most recent cards of the group you're looking for. So for instance, NCT just had a lot of comebacks. I'm kind of, I don't know what to do, but they've had a lot of comebacks. So if I go on NCT on the search bar for the MERCARI website and I type NCT newly listed, I'm gonna see all the newest cards. I was collecting the Reve Festival finally, all cards, all inclusions, crazy, I know. And what I would do is that I would log into BUYEE MECARI, type Red Velvet and look newly listed, and that's where I would see most of the Reve Festival finally cards. And that's where I miraculously got that freaking Sulgi and that freaking Wendy photo card that I couldn't find anywhere. I couldn't find them on eBay, I couldn't find them on Instagram, I couldn't find them anywhere. And I was just one day randomly browsing Red Velvet, newly listed, and they just popped up and I was like, yes, and I got them. So if you're looking for a card from a most recent comeback, click newly selected. Next, you guys know that I collect WayV too, and suddenly this card popped up, the Takeoff WayV card. If you collect WayV, you know that those are, first of all, impossible to find for some reason, second of all, extremely expensive to find. I was just on Buy and then this Yang Yang card just popped up and I was like, wait, for a reasonable price? And I just bought it on the spot. You want to click on low to high when you're looking for a single card. Example, so I'm collecting the Neo City in Japan entrance cards from NCT, and it came out, I think it was last year. And since it's a Japanese event, the cards are usually cheaper because it's BUYEE is a Japanese website. So I go on low to high and I have more chances of finding cheap cards and also single cards. And finally, you want to select the high to low when, like I said in the beginning, you want to buy in bulk. Keep in mind that on Mercari, sometimes the price that are written are not the cost of the stuff. Like you see 1, 2, 3, 4 and it equates to like, I don't know, like $17,000 and you're just like, for what? But it's not that. It's just that people want you to click on the picture and read the description to know how, like, the price of each individual article. I'm collecting WEKI MEKI, and WEKI MEKI doesn't have a lot of listings on BUYEE and Mercari. So when I go on high to low, I usually find items in bulk, and that's where I got my SHOP Photocards that I'm gonna show you on the screen. Once again, I'm gonna keep showing you examples of what I got and like how I got it so you guys understand how I did it. Okay, my mind. Also, if you're looking for rare items, you want to go on high to low. For instance, for Twice, I was just browsing. You know, I love to go on Mercari and just window shop. So I was looking at Twice, high to low, and I realized that they have Polaroids, which are very rare. I mean, from what I know, the only place where I see Polaroids being sold is like Instagram, but on BUYEE, I've seen a lot of Polaroids. Now, obviously, Polaroids cost a lot of money. However, if you're looking for some, like you're a hardcore collector, you're gonna find them there. Sorry if something changed, my camera just decided to leave me on red. Anyways, next, tip number, I lost count, honestly. I lost count. Tip number 4? You've probably heard it before. To try to find the Japanese translation of your group's name and just type that in the search bar and you might find more results. But if you can't find the Japanese translation, like me, for some reason in WEKI MEKI, I don't know the Japanese translation, nor for Red Velvet, like the actual one. So you can search by the artist name, aka Red Velvet in Romanized letters, aka English French letters, you get it. Or you can type red space velvet, or you can type Red Velvet together. Same goes for WEKI MEKI, wiki space MEKI or WEKI MEKI. Also, you can search by individual artists, like each person's in the group name, like Irene, Sugi, Wendy, Yeri, Joy, and all the members of WEKI MEKI. Also, look for the song title, like the title track of that comeback. You might find good results. I've realized that I found more results when I type the comeback's name or like the album's name, or even try both, rather than the name of the group or like the person. And one thing that I also do when I really can't find what I'm looking for is to try to look for a listing where you think that the name is written in Japanese. I will show an example on the screen. For example, you have, I can only think of CHUNG at the moment, like it says CHUNG in Roman letters, and then you have some Japanese. I would try to copy and paste that Japanese into the search bar, hoping that it's the name translated in Japanese, or even the album's name, or even the song name. So try to do that. And that's actually how I found Changa's Japanese translation, like the Japanese translation of her name. Sometimes I find some weird stuff, but you have like 1 chance out of 3 to find the name, so just do that. Did I just do it too? I just did it too. It's okay. Tip number 5 is five. I really hope it's 5. Anyways, it's weird, but if you find something that you want on BUYEE, like Mercari, but you don't necessarily have the money on hand, or you're not sure if you want to get it, to not forget about the article that I'm looking for, I would actually add it in my, oh my god, I just forgot the English word for that, panier? In my cart. I would add it in my cart, so whenever I want to find the item again, I can just reference it to my cart. And the great thing about Mercari is that it allows you to put stuff in your cart without having to purchase it right away. So you can come back the next day, and next time you log into your session and it will still be there. And I kind of took this to the next level because I have like probably like 200 stuff in my cart. Tip number 6 is, if you have a lot of time and you're bored and you don't have anything to do, is to go on BUYEE Mercari every day and just check what's new. I'm crazy. That works because I've realized that BUYEE updates their services and like their listings at 11 a.m. Canada time, like Ottawa time. Don't ask me how, I just found out. But I would try to log in every day. Do I sound crazy? No, everybody does that. I hope so. If you do that, please let me know down below. I kind of feel alone. And that's how you kind of get the good stuff, because everybody uses BUYEE and Mercari, everybody. And also, if you're looking for something specific and you can't find it like on the newly listed, I would advise you to check until like the 20th to the 30th page, and you really might find something interesting. That's how I found my SM Museum entrance cards, and I went until the last page, and that's where I found the NCT Dream entrance card. I was proud. Tip number 7, it kind of goes back to the buying stuff in bulk that I said, but if you find a listing that has the card that you want but is listed with another card that you don't necessarily care for, or you're not even collecting, get it. Like, if it's cheap, get it. You can always trade afterwards, or you can always keep it and like give it to somebody, or like if you're really desperate, like just sell it. I don't know. Number 8 is to know the prices of what you are buying. If you're just getting started into collecting, like I was a few months ago, you don't really know like what the prices of like different cards and stuff is. Some cards obviously are more expensive than others, and also know where to shop. If I want to get stuff in bulk and cheap, BUYEE is the place to go. If I'm looking for one specific card that I cannot find on BUYEE, I would try to find it on eBay, and if even it's not on eBay, I would try to look for it on Instagram. Tip number 9. Tip number 9. Know the members that you're collecting. Unfortunately, with collecting, not every card is priced the same. It really depends on the member. If you're collecting a popular member or like a very pretty member, it's gonna be more expensive. So on BUYEE, I realized that Tail and Johnny are the cheapest members that you can find, like very cheap cards, like cheap merch. Like I got their Kino cards, which Kino cards are pretty expensive, for like the price of a normal card, even cheaper than that. So if you're collecting Johnny or Tail, go on BUYEE first. And on the other side, you have Jeon and Haechan. Their cards are so ridiculously expensive on BUYEE. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'll be seeing like $200 for the voice carrying card of Jeon, and like $98 for Haechan's Kino card of Neozone. And I'm just sitting there like, what's up with that? Like, are you guys okay? The thing I do is that I collect groups. I don't really collect single person. So I would go on BUYEE to get the cards of the cheapest members, like Tail, Johnny, Yuta, in the example of NCT. And if I want the more expensive cards like Jeon, Haechan, I would look on eBay or on Instagram, because the prices are more like realistic than $98 for a Kino card. That's like 3 Kinos. No, more like 2, but like, don't do that. And the same goes for WEKI MEKI. I've realized when I was buying my cards, like the cards of Rina in WEKI MEKI are so cheap, but on the other end, Young and Doyoung's card are so expensive. Well, expensive, you know. So I would like get in bulk Rena's card on Buy and then look for Young's card or like Doyoung's card on eBay, and if I can't find them on eBay, I would go back on Buy and just get like them in single cards, not in bulk. I think you got it. Tip number 10. We are almost at the end. I think I have like 4 more tips. I'm giving you guys everything today. Tip number 10 is to get the cheapest member first, obviously, if you're collecting a group. For instance, like I said, Rena and Johnny, WEKI MEKI and NCT, and then collect the most expensive members. Even if you find more cards of an expensive member first when you're looking through the newly listed section, you kind of want to wait it out and get the cheapest first, you know, because the cheap cards usually stay cheap, but the expensive cards, they have a price and then it always goes up, so you can get your collection moving without feeling like you're wasting your money. That's what I do. Tip number 11 is to know the additional fees that you're gonna have to pay if you're not buying during the sales. I know that in Canadian dollars, if I calculate the shipping plus the service fees plus the buy fees, like all of this, it's like $7. When I see the initial price, I always add $7 because I know that's how much I'm gonna end up paying. And it also gets cheaper, like if you consolidate all of your items and then get it shipped as one big box instead of little boxes. So yeah, I think it makes sense. So this trick is kind of more advanced. Look at me. BUYEE University graduate. Sometimes cards come with the albums, like they're being sold together. I just collect the cards. Like I don't need multiple copies of the album. What am I gonna do with it? Nothing. So I usually try to get the photo cards only. Sometimes I can only find them with the album, but if you have the choice between getting it with the album and getting it without, even though you think if the price is the same that you get more if you get the album, keep in mind that the shipping is calculated based on the weight of the final box. So if you get a lot of albums that you don't need, the box will end up being heavier and the shipping will end up being more expensive. So if you really want to save your coins, only get the cards, because a card is like what, 100 grams. It's really light, but if you get a lot of albums with it that you don't need, what I did last time, you're gonna end up paying like a very expensive shipping. And my final tip, I don't even know, 13, 14, who knows. My final tip is to ask questions. The BUYEE staff, they're like online. I think it's like pretty much 24/7, and if you have a question, just ask. If you don't know if a card has arrived or not, if your order has been canceled, or if something happened. Thank you so much to BUYEE for collaborating with me for this video, and we've teamed up and we decided to give you guys a coupon code where if you click the link in the description bar below, you get 20,000 yen out of your first order. 20,000 yen is around 20 Canadian dollars. Like I said before in this video, a photo card usually is about $15 to under $15. So that's basically one free photo card. If you want to get it, just sign up with the link down below with a new address. If you already have a BUYEE address, I highly recommend to use your mom's, your dad's, your brother's, your sister's one and get your free $20. I'm doing this for you guys. I really hope you enjoy it. I'm not getting anything else. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm just doing it because I genuinely love BUYEE and because I want to give you guys something great and something good. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave your question down below for the Q&A and let me know if you knew some of these advices that I gave you, and if you have some more, leave them down below. I love you and I'll see you guys in my next video.